Hey, welcome back to the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge, and today we have Sharks Up Close with Bertie Gregory. This is a single episode documentary, even though when I'm looking at it on IMDb, it treats it as if it's an episode of a series. I realize Bertie Gregory has done a lot of stuff, a lot of nature stuff, especially under the water, but I guess, and he also has like dolphins up close coming. He's in lists here, so we might see that eventually at some point. He loves going to see animals up close, especially under the sea. This is 44 minutes long. It is from 2025, and it is just Bertie being his normal, wonderful, pleasant self and being excited about just exploring new spaces, seeing the creatures he's there to see in new ways. And some of the footage is absolutely just gorgeous. I mean, as our ability to watch these things get better. This is not a 4K screen. I don't watch it on here. I watch it on a different screen, and that's not 4K either. But if I had a 4K television, like one of those top-of-the-line things with a great sound system, I think I wouldn't leave here, and I think a lot of it, I would watch this stuff, though I imagine this isn't probably presented in 4K. It's a million times better quality than stuff we've seen coming out of Disney or National Geographic even 10 years ago. They shoot with some astounding cameras, and showing some of this footage is mind-boggling. Even the footage that he's gotten from other people who show him, like one of my favorite part of this is when a friend of his shows him footage of a great white shark just floating around, and suddenly an orca, the killer whale, just comes in and just body slams him and just takes him out, just stuns him incredibly, and then he keeps doing it, and that's how they start things off before they start eating. So if you're thinking Bertie is going to get up close and personal with a great white shark, I'm going to spoil something for you. He doesn't. His goal was to be up close with a great white shark without a cage. That sometimes can be a little difficult, but not always. I'm sure other people have done it. But he does get up close and personal with many different other sharks. Some just beautiful patterns and colors and all sorts of things, much smaller. And even a tuna. There was this tuna, like a potato tuna, I guess. No, I don't know what it was. I forget what it was, but it was potato something. It was big. It was huge. It had to be at least, well, not an incredibly large man, but it had to be the size of a human head to toe and wider. And he was this close to the thing, and it was just looking at him. It's a pretty great shot. So yeah, a lot of great underwater footage. I can't really say too much about it. He heads to South Africa, where he's hoping to see a lot of a place that has a fairly calm, as compared to some other areas, shark presence, and it gives him a chance to better see what's going on. He has to move to some different places as well after they arrive because of incoming storms can really muddy up the waters and make things difficult for observing different types of sharks and other sea creatures. He runs into sea lions, and he's just surrounded by these twisting, twirling little guys, and some of them real big, but most of them are just young ones, and they are called shark food. I mean, that's what the sharks go. They go for the easy meal, and it's great, though, that the sea lions and other creatures like them have an early warning system, where when they're not twirling around and everything else, some of them are literally butt to the surface and head down under the water, and because most sharks attack from below and come up when it wants to go for a meal, the sea lions look down, keep an eye out, protect the others, and then send off an alarm when they see something coming. And that's a nice little way to look out for each other. So yeah, I can't really tell you something you don't really already know about sharks, because I've seen so many shark things. The only reason I haven't seen this one until now is because it only came out in 2025 and only got added to the list probably in the last quarter of 2025, or the second half at least. So yeah, I think we only have a handful more shark things to go. I used to keep track of them, but I don't think I do anymore. But if we do, we have 3 or 4 shark things left, and I don't think the series is going to go long enough for them to restock, which is usually happens in like August, September, because apparently that's the time when all the channels start throwing sharks at us. July, August, September. I'm not really sure, but yeah. Anyway, let me unplug this, and we're going to pick tomorrow's episode. 22. Ha! Okay, I was wondering when this has happened. We got a movie. Again, I could probably count on one hand how many movies we have left. And this is a finger right here. We've seen the first 2. And I think the second one in the series is no longer in Disney Plus. If it is, it comes and goes. I don't know why there would be a kind of contractual thing for the second version of this film. Like, oh, we need to have it over here on Netflix for a year, and then we'll give it back to you and let Disney have it. And you need it over here on HBO Max or whatever it's called today, and then and just bounce it. They just bounce it around. They tend to sometimes make these things exclusive. But hey, you know what? We've had a long run of documentaries and reality shows. It's time for a movie, and it's not necessarily going to be the greatest movie in the world, but hey, it finishes out the trilogy with Dr. Dolittle 3. So, yeah, I was wondering when we were going to get around to that one. Yeah, Dr. Dolittle 3 is what we're watching next on the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge. I'll see you back here tomorrow with that. Bye.